All right, for low scream, once you've gotten your mid range scream down, you're feeling comfortable, and maybe you want to add some lows for accents for certain parts where it's like a mid and low, layer on a track, or if there's just some type of breakdown or really heavy part that you think would be great for lows. Or if you're just in a deathcore or death metal band of some sort, and lows are pretty much the forte for that sound. Um, this is the video that you might want to watch in order to learn how to do that. All right, so same thing from before. All power is going to come from the diaphragm. However, you're going to notice as opposed to like mid-range screams, your throat is going to be wide open. Like you're going to feel it, like in the back of your throat, you're going to feel it like open. It's going to be, I recommend hydration for anything vocally, but especially if you're going to want to start trying to practice how to, broaden your range to add the low end part of it, because you're going to want it to be really girthy. If your lows sound really dry and like smoky, you're adding too much throat into the mix, and you're going to end up hurting yourself in the same way as like with doing a mid wrong, except it's going to hurt like down in here instead. So how I taught myself to do it is like just opening up my throat and making like a vibration sound. So like right. It's like what I did is I listened to like lions and tigers and stuff like that, like growl. Like mids is more like a bear growl. Um, but with lows, it's especially if you listen to like a lion or a tiger, um, their growl is incredibly low, and it's very like open throated in its sound, like that. So all your and then you'll notice that when I'm doing that, yes, it's all throat, but I'm not actually like yelling or anything. That's just pure vibration that you're hearing. All I'm doing is shaking my vocal cords. I'm not actually like projecting in any type of way. But you'll notice that you hear like the girthy sound that you're going to want for lows. Now, once you've gotten that exercise down and you can make like it almost sounds like an open bass note, like now you're gonna actually add some force and air to it from your diaphragm, and then just like with the mid range, you're gonna add a little bit of throat just for like the control and gain. But outside of that, like same thing. If you're using too much throat, you're gonna feel it down here. You'll notice that when you do these types of lows, your throat is gonna like expand a little bit, and then your Adam's apple, if you're doing it right, especially if you're going for like the super low lows, like the gutturals, like deathcore shit, your Adam's apple should actually drop down a significant amount. So it'll sound something like this. So I'm using that same vibratory skill where I wasn't actually projecting anything, right? But when I add the diaphragm in, it brings it down here, and then now I can release air and obviously add whatever kind of word or sound or pitch that I want out of it. and then from there, just throw in like a little bit of a yell type of reflex or muscle twitch up here, and it just gives it that sound that everybody loves from deathcore, and really anybody who has like really gnarly lows that you respect.